I'd be okay with that? I run this, I own this. No wonder you've gotten nowhere, stabbing me in the back like that. Did you expect me to just shrug it off? I tried to put my trust in you and you pulled this. Call me what you want. I make my own decisions. I don't care if you listen. I take more than what I'm giving. Self-interest. They expect me to conform to them and then they quote it's selfless. So when did selfish focus sell last? Restless equal reckless. Rebellious equals senseless, as if being jealous of death is zealous. In return for selfless, serving the helpless, even if internally you're careless. Never been trusted. In fact, I've been hunted. Led, then confronted, led, then corrupted with lead. Lately it seems like the only right way to live is to make others satisfied. Let's pull out the rat aside. All they've done is pacify those who want to put aside what makes them dissatisfied. Apparently, that's classified, so let me clarify. For those who've been cast aside, faked analyze. Egregious deceiver, monstrous backslider. Thank you for the compliments. Now please, let me find my compliment. Never been trusted, that's the way it is. So know before you Joe, else you gotta go. Never been trusted, they're all disgusted. Sure I'm not adjusted to what they've constructed of me. Bitterness may play a part in this, but in all honesty, they deserve what hits. All of them, pushing peers, peer pressure, pleasure peers, measure fear. Clever never appears here, feeding on misery, greeting the trickery, seeping in simplicity, keeping no mysteries, living through publicity, forgetting full history, seeking captivity, completed fragility. This is not where I belong. I show my line is drawn. I won't live like a pawn. I won't complain that I've been wronged. They'll have to deal with the fact that I'm gone all along. This race on my own, I'm going it alone. The storm hits, let them call me. They've taught me to not give a damn. Unstoppable in my own right. If they ever need a fight, they know damn well who can bite. as you probably could have guessed. No one could reach the crest and not motivated by self-interest yet. Sending out a dare despite the fight not being fair. Despite the fight not being fair. You think I care? They're scared. Should have been prepared but now this repairs. Should have been titanium but instead got stoneware. Unlike before the storm you cannot outrun. And there was no hero to think that you've won. The war has begun, there was none but one, that's you. Will you be outdone? Hosted by the traitor. Purpose of this is to see who's truly greater. He doesn't wait, you can't do this later. Navigator, instigator, time to find out who you are, or if you're just an imitator. Orchestrator, innovator, educator, vindicator. No sympathy is gained by impressing the creator. Call for the Navigator. Awakening of the long-subdued mediator. Relinquish control from the escalator. The traitor's tests have created a crater. We need to awaken and equal the Navigator.
Hello, Traitor. Your name has been heard. I've heard you've caused some trouble. Expected nothing less from you.
Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? You're here to stop me? All you've been is broken. My time is better spent elsewhere, working on my wear and tear. I can't believe you'll think you'll overbear.
Believe what you want, Traitor. It doesn't change the truth that you're a violent dictator motivated by perpetrators.
You've been so obsessed with testing those around you that even I can see you've become dependent on them, and that's okay, but not for you. As you think it means your realm has been condemned. Yeah, you think you're the genius? Let's not forget who does the pushing. Sure, you do the pulling, holding me back from maturing. While you spend your time hooking, I've been the one alluring, providing what you think is curing, making me lose my footing.
If you're so competitive, then why don't you let me test you for one?
Now you're speaking my language. let's make a bet on it. Whoever wins gets to take control of who we control, ending the Ken's tolls.
As long as we can agree on the rules, you've got yourself a deal.
And so it's been set, I'm to battle the Navigator head on in a verbal sparring match, to test whose perspective is truly superior to the rest. Hope I can continue to be the best.
Sorry. Excuse me for a moment while I get ready. Okay, let's begin. Let me start by clarifying our interests, which happen to be one and the same. No matter who wins, neither of us are to blame. No matter who wins, neither will be truly tamed. We both want the best version of the life that we get to claim. Even if we don't see eye to eye or in the same frame. Even though I know you don't want to hear it, I will proclaim this battle should never have happened if choices are not just a game. I know you hate the reality that we share the same name, but that doesn't give you a reason to create shame. And I'm not doing this to try and reclaim, I'm doing this to show you that internally we've been set to flame. The more I see you trending towards evil, the more I step in, the more I watch you build walls of belligerence within the thin. The more I observe you ignoring what you shouldn't fringe, makes me wonder how strong this pain has truly been. You promised that you'd pull off all that thick skin, so when? You promised that you'd outlaw all that sin, so when? You promised that you'd reunite with your twins, so when? You promised so many things but haven't done shit since. I know you don't want to know where the truth truly begins. I know you don't want to move on from what you call your wins, but the truth is that you've thinned and you've been pinned, yet you hide this all behind that malicious grin. Been wanting to be the man of the hour, been wanting to devour what's ours, yet you keep waiting for your power. Is it really power if it's only outer? You say that when you encounter the tower, that you're not the man who will cower, but I have yet to see the superpower. Maybe the truth is that inside you're just a coward. Yeah, lone wolf. So how's that working for you? You think by pushing everyone away you'll find the truth? You think that when one comes to two you'll know what to do? You've gotten through. You don't know what you've gotten into. Come on, it's okay, you can join the queue. At least you had the courage to try something new, even if your motivations are completely skewed. I know you're afraid of love, so you don't pursue, and you hide behind the excuse of Famida's view, because you can't confront the truth that you never grew. In reality, all you've done is mildly shift your views. I think that you forget that I was here before you. Everything you see first goes through my view. So when you think that you're done and your time's through, remember that I can always renew. The battle's over, I'm here to help you even if you think we're only polar. At the end of the day, I just want to get closer, give you some more exposure so you can gain your closure. I see inside you, I know you don't want to be a loner. I know it's hard to change, but it doesn't make you lower. And I'll always be next to you in those cool Octobers. You don't have to be who you don't want to be. Moreover, this doesn't mean that you have to live your life slower or relinquish control of what you think is sober. At the end of the day, you're still the one who hits home. Or at the end of the day, you're still the true composer.
For a moment while I gather my thoughts. You expect me to unite with you? That's my loss. If I had a time machine, I would let myself know life's gonna be real mean. Don't ever let them control. The last thing I would want to do is live for somebody else. But you've been there, done that, no regrets. What about yourself? You got yourself to express. Put it on the shelf, what else you gonna repress? Built a life from desperation, what happened to all your whelps? But I don't feel sorry that you've lost all your progress. Unless you realize I'm in the right and forget all that emotion. Come with me into the night, know my feeling frozen. Finally embrace your sight, become the chosen. Love and pain go hand in hand, leave us interwoven. First of all, I choose nuclear, forge intelligence and strength to become the leader. Have the courage to be the one who pulls the lever. You can say what you want, I'm still the sharpest cleaver. Grit and resilience needed to not be a feeder. Without them both, you'll end up just being a lever. Hit 'em where it hurts while you always remain clear. This is how you get what you want, even if it's uglier. Composer, already wrote a song about this, but that's over. I'm Brazen, you're a poser. I know more than you know. Don't you dare say that I'll never grow. I won't settle for you yet, you're too slow. I am the one who pushes what is possible. I'm not concerned with others. That includes you. You're all runners I can commit. Something that makes you shudder. No matter what, I will always recover. You wanna insult me? Then do it! I can take it, but you don't wanna say shit. You wanna hold up your image and omit me. You should know I'm not gonna quit a plea. You keep treating me like I'm known to quit, but you've always been the first to submit. So concerned with the aura that you emit. I've been bold, yeah, you wanna put that on the list? So let me tell you real truth, but be warned, this is the last thing that's gonna soothe. If you find yourself in a fair fight, your tactics suck. Stress keeps you sharp and makes you reconstruct. If you don't make a choice, it'll become mine. The biggest mistake is thinking we have time. Anyone can see blood, few can smell it. Anyone can start, few can finish. Limitations only exist in your mind. Stand for something more than simply standing by. We suffer more often in imagination than we do in reality. Failure is an attitude, rarely a reality. If you want to be the best, you have to beat your own reality. In reality, the test comes before you learn. Show some vitality. In order to be bold, you have to beat everyone else's reality. In order to be unstoppable, you have to recreate reality. In order to get what you want, you have to fight for it in your own reality. But never be afraid to break what you consider reality. The limits of your own reality can be destroyed by nuclear totality. Without it, you're a trapped soul, locked in a fake reality. Clearly, Navigator, you've given up on your reality. You just want me on your side. I don't live within your reality. Most people deliver the expected. They don't live in what I call reality. Most people can't finish what they started, as if it's not part of their reality. Most people blame everything but themselves for creating the hated reality. Most people never choose the adventurous path and wonder why they're bored of reality. If you want an answer, Navigator, you can fuck yourself to the moon. I don't wanna see you back here until you're tuned. Your trials are baseless, made of nothing but wounds. You know I join no one, so why would you assume?
You'll both lose in the end. Maybe he's right. I thought I could keep the fight. Maybe he's better. Despite all I do, I only feel deader. Who was the man I used to be? Who was the man I promised to be? Who was the man I needed to be? And why are none of them me? I could say time for a change. Follow me from something to me. If I had a time machine, I would let myself know reason. It's belief that drives almost every single thing we do. So if you want to become who you really are, you have to adjust your own beliefs and what you believe to be true.
supposed to be aware of. Magnified to prove who is the bearer. I've had enough of being master. Brought to losers, built by deception. I want to become who I truly am. The world of death become the exception. It was easy as I wish that as I spent so much time correcting my perception. Regardless, I wish to push forward and shrink this event as misconception.
That red and that gold, the black and that white, the fight and the right. That violet highlights the gray into the light. The real truth will always lay somewhere in between. Focusing on two opposite extremes is fighting a losing battle. There's no need to have two different ways to handle a situation when in reality, neither are correct and there are infinite ways. This in itself completely destroys the purpose of both the Navigator and the Traitor. And as life began, a boy who followed the rules, desired what you'd expect, connection and those jewels. Nothing out of the ordinary, but he started to feel like a fool. He couldn't get what he wanted, they were just school. He couldn't understand what the problem was. He followed all the advice he was given because he trusted that the others had the best of intentions, but he soon found out just how wrong he was. Every second they were all just leaving marks, firing shots then depart and breaking hearts. And so he then turned to the dark arts. How else would he succeed with distrust off the charts? He began to turn himself into a weapon, began to fully understand aggression. And even through this, not a soul would beckon, so he continued to get eviler every second. But he kept all of this underneath the surface. A slow burning but raging fire was a service. Destruction and selfishness was his purpose. Too late now, no inner goodness would resurface. Yet still, others would have trouble trusting him, so he learned to manipulate and lie about who he'd been. Hid who he was with a cloak of mystery over his skin, and in the end, they believed him and called him a good guy, but he still wanted more. So I see that you've made your presence known after so many years of intentional hiding. When will you realize you created us to do what you never could do? I know you're unhappy with how long we've been fighting and deciding, but the reason we are here is because there were so many things you never would do.
And now you make your dramatic return as if you are a figure meant for guiding. And you think that every single choice is the one you meant to and you should do. And do you really think you can beat us? You know you made me for overriding. Look at how lost you are. No one knows who you are. You were never good enough.
disagree on anything, and I will change that permanently. I'm ripping off your cuffs. Your extremes are always varying, cutting out your indeterminacy. Why bother carving identities with strong auras just for yourself to have nothing to emit? Why bother calling it a test run as if you're known for being proper?
You got a lot of nerve coming back here. You're still not done with dwelling in the pit. You'll never win against the Navigator and me, the Traitor. You still only conjure fodder.
Why do you fight so much for your lives that mean absolutely nothing? I expected you both to have some respect, but it seems you're still clutching on to something. I don't embrace your running. I'm not rushing into becoming judging. You think you're cunningly crushing and stunning the loving, but you're not even touching. And who are you to say that we haven't met your standards? You do nothing but come here to slander. Yet the two of us continuously meander, trying to find what you ruthlessly commander.
We do all the work, and you think you're the brander. We put so many truths, and you think you're grander. In the name of truth, rid yourself of your enchanters. Yeah, that makes sense, you stupid bastard.
If only you could understand just what exactly changes, you would survive. Navigator, you've built a life of desperation, too caught up with things that don't even matter. Traitor, you've built a life of insecurity, constantly trying to prove what you are isn't who you are. You both will live on through me. You've served your purpose, but in order for you to live forever, I must resurface. Navigator and Traitor versus you'll never love again. You'll never be loved again.
You'll never never win again. You'll never defeat again. I take control after years. I am me, cloak forever absent now. I am no longer fragmented, had enough with being stagnant. I embrace my inner tablet and find its absence. Novel enactment. Could you give me some time? I don't need long, just to find where I belong. My world is changing, and this time I call the shots. I'm not used to being the boss. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I'm on this earth for. The answers and understanding I had before are now gone, and I'm back here for more. I'm trying to figure out who I am. Could you give me a second? Years I've been overlooked. Plan B gone to second because of the fact that I've been stuck in second place. Makes me realize you didn't even know in the first place. Time and time again I earned a silver medal, as if I couldn't push through, like I chose to settle. All this time I thought, thinking nobody was on my level, yet I still lose the last fight and I can only medal. I thought I was the purest they come, even if I don't know where I come from. I thought I'd gain the crown and win the round, but now I feel I've become something numb. Months spent thinking and I've lost all my feeling. Months spent thinking and searching for answers, trying revealing. Months spent without an apparent purpose, lived life kneeling, and really all I want now is to find my meaning. Playing devil's advocate at every possible turn, to attempt to pick up anything I can possibly discern. I'm not used to living this way, I consider to return, but I know that I never will. Who I was is now birthed. I'm trying to figure out who I am. Could you give me a second? Years I've been overlooked. Plan B gone to second because of the fact that I've been stuck in second place. Makes me realize you didn't even know in the first place. Months spent thinking and I know it's slow, this healing. Months spent thinking and refusing to be any more concealing. Months spent thinking and peeling away the unappealing. And I see myself seeking closer, stealing, sealing, reaching and weaving, playing devil's advocate at every possible turn, to attempt to pick up anything I can possibly discern. I will find my way, I can promise with stern. I will find who I am, I know what I've learned. The end of a flawed era, no more intentional error.
turns out wiping my identity to a clean slate was the easy part. I used to think that completing that step would have me ready to charge. But I can't just live without departing where my heart is, despite the fact it's parting. This is a lot more than I figured starting and embarking on learning where my markings are. Because I'm fed up with so much parking, it's starking when I realize I've not been harking. When markings, how marking became simple check markings. It was sparking, but now I'm anxious, it's disembarking. And how do I explain the foot markings that go repeatedly in circles? And how can I back up my darkening as worth it when only it's left behind ripple markings on all externals? I'm still a paradox in addition to now being full of misunderstood intentions. And it's worrying to see the full account of how long it took me to come to attention. And do I even need to mention how my quote redemptions have only caused tensions? My thunder blares before my lightning strikes, yet somehow only in this dimension the thunder blares before the lightning strikes. How foolish of me to call it my invention. The thunder booms before the lightning drives, still finding it difficult through blurred reflections. My thunder blasts before the lightning cracks, pushing into all of my imperfections. The thunder roars before my lightning strikes, and it's causing me to shatter all of my connections. Begin to darken. The breeze escalates to cyclonic. Things aren't in the norm. Soon enough, everybody looks to shelter. The rain begins, quickly turning to downpour. And chaos ensues. Thunder and lightning join in. All possible sirens shriek and discomfort swarms. And at the end of it all, I look around and see I am the only one standing, reformed through my truest possible form. And this whole time, I thought I was going to transform. Despite, if you can even call it change, the red and gold will continue on through me. I will wear the arsenic amulet, even if it's only considered nothing but debris. The thunder blares before the lightning strikes, no longer afraid to admit my confessions. The thunder booms before the lightning drives, no longer controlled by misperceptions. My thunder blasts before the lightning cracks, pushing despite all of my imperfections. The thunder roars before my lightning strikes, and it's causing me to start asking questions. Because there's a long road ahead and a savage storm to endure.